What's good, people? My name is Provoca. I'm from Buckinghamshire, Bucks, and I'm an MC rapper. Started from my teenage years listening to Channel U, if you know, you know. Um, Doing grime music back then when it was at its peak. Um, yeah, just wanted to impress my guys and, be able to flow different, be different, and make sure that I make good music for the people. Well, I do it for the love of hip hop. That's why I do it now. Um, but back then, when I first started out, for me, it was a bit of an ego boost. I won't lie. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. But yeah, definitely something I thought would bring me some level of notoriety, but also it would make me respected amongst my peers. So yeah, years have passed by since then, and now it's for the culture and establishing myself amongst some of the greats. As I said, I started out as a grime MC. I still can flow 140 BPM plus, but my background in music, I have half British, half Nigerian heritage, and the people I came up around listen to all kinds of various music, from R&B to, house music. It's two different ends of the spectrum. So I I just always liked good melody, samples, and catchy rhythms, piano, keys. That's one of my favorite instruments. So from when I first laid my eyes on a piano, about 5 years old, um, and my interest peaked from there. And since then, writing to music is something that I strongly believe that I excel in. So my personal goals and ambitions are to be able to get to a level where I'm able to make a living off this, be able to make a career out of it, be able to provide and support my family, and also be able to put back into the music, put back into the people around me, be able to invest and create opportunities where I didn't have those coming up. I'd say empathetic, um, conscious, and provocative, as the name goes. I want to be able to travel nationally and potentially worldwide with this, my craft, and take it to the birthplace of hip hop, being the States and New York City, Queens, Bronx. I want to go everywhere where the greats once went and came up from, and be able to show them that the UK does this just on a different flavor, a different level to them, but we're coming heavy with it, So that'll be my aim and aspiration one day to go there, and potentially other places in the world where hip hop's still thriving and the culture's still going strong. Speaking for myself, people just gotta let go of their egos and drop the bullshit act. Be straight up with it. Know themselves first and foremost, um, and then connect with each other on a wider scale. Don't be afraid to reach out to your fellow artist or someone you might rate, but you don't want to give them a big head for what they do, because you might think that they're already in that mindset. But really and truly, there's no harm in giving props to those you believe are doing their thing on that level. I think the way we can resolve that would be by just dropping the act and keeping it 100 and saying, yo, if you fuck with me, I'll fuck with you. But if you don't, I won't. And if you got something to say, well, fuck around, find out. No, yeah, I mean, look, when you've got the means to make music, doesn't mean you're making good music. There's some people out here who struggle, grind, they work 9 to 5s, and, you know, maybe not, they have the means to studio time accessible to them to put down what they think up here, their thoughts, their process. But I think there are a lot of those artists who you could call them like a SoundCloud rapper, or someone who's just, you know, came about. They know how to get the engineer to mix down their vocals right, so their shit pops. But the truth is, they're just going with what other people want to hear, not necessarily what they believe in their heart to be considered real, authentic music. So yeah, man, a sound engineer can do wondrous things with vocals these days, and there are a lot of one-hit wonders out there, or people who believe that they are the next best thing, but that shit dies out quick. So as I said before, got to keep your ego in check and make sure if you're gonna write good music and you're gonna put stuff out there, that it be true to yourself. That's a good question. The numbers speak for themselves. It's an illusion, you know. It's a facade that people believe that, you know, if they see this guy gaining that mad traction within a short space of time, that their shit must slap. Um, and yeah, maybe they gain a following or subscription from that. But at the end of the day, you know, what are they saying? What words are they putting laying down on that song? What actually holds any substance? It's a big fat zero in my eyes. You know, if I don't believe it's genuine, it ain't good. Then that's what it is. You know, I'm not gonna be easily misled by that fake illusion. I ain't with that bullshit. A great man once told me some people need to tell their friends when it's time to stop or their shit is whack. So yeah, I'm just gonna put that out there. Like, I think the people closest to you, if you're making music and there's things you like or dislike about it, uh, as a friend of that musician, you need to be straight up with them first and foremost. And then from that point, they can decide whether they would like to listen to you or not. There's always going to be someone who fucks with you, and always going to be someone who doesn't. And as I said already, you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't fuck with me, well, don't fuck with me. Simple as that. I ain't gonna chase any or any validation from yourself, or expect any clout from people. Some of my biggest uh, motivators are my haters, and you know, some of my biggest fans are strangers. And I'm at an early stage in what I consider my career to even say I've got a fan base, but I believe that over time, people who genuinely fuck with your music and your message will resonate with you and believe that what you're saying is a reflection of them as a people. So, you know, that's what I truly believe. You know, there is some positivity within this, and misery loves company. But if I want to live with positivity, that's up to me. In the next 5 years, I would like to be still here, kicking, alive and well. Be able to have made something off of this where I can, you know, be done with my 9 to 5 and just be focused on the music, the craft, the writing, because that's what it comes down to for me. I'd like to be in a place where I can live comfortably and make a living off this. And the people who I started out with, I would like to know that they're there with me at the end, and we can all continue to grow together. But sometimes life ain't all sunshine and rainbows, so I'm not gonna be naive and sit here and say that's gonna be the case. But hopefully, when by the time I get to that place, those few I consider my closest will be with me on that journey. I started out listening to various artists from the UK, and my inspiration comes from them times where I was going through, you know, turmoil, and you know, there was a lot of people who I grew up listening to from the UK rap scene. After I started out with grime, the likes of, you know, Dot Rotten, P Money, Gets. We could go as far as saying Joe Black, K Coke, Page. They were the days, 2010, where back then I was, you know, in my head quite often, navigating through life, who I wanted to be like, how I wanted to carry myself. But people I know on a personal level would be those around me who taught me this discipline, consciousness, the likes of my brethren, my elder, Magical, big up, and also my Sifu, who taught me Kung Fu, Bushman, Bush Eye, give thanks. But yeah, there's a lot of inspirations I have, and as of 6 years ago, it was my daughter who came into this world, and she keeps me going every day. When it comes to my creative process, and putting the pen to the pad, I think of the most complex shit I've got going on through my mind. It could be a word, what I want to rhyme with, another word. And it starts off with making it more complicated than it needs to be. And gradually I pull back and start to simplify it as best I can. With multi-syllables in my rhyme patterns and things where I may make stand out from the other MC, I try to be authentically different to anyone else who's doing what I am in hip hop, UK rap. So I'd say my process literally comes down to impressing myself, because as much as it is grateful to get the approval of others when you spit a rhyme, they may not see things from your perspective or what you meant by that line. So I like to make sure that if I understand it and I fuck with it and the energy's right, then that's all what matters at the end of the day. And the people will speak for themselves whether they tune into what I'm saying and match that frequency or not. So music helps in many ways. For me, it helps me see things from a different perspective, being able to match my emotions to what I'm trying to write about and be able to articulate that across in a way that I believe people will resonate with and relate to. It helps me knowing that I can help you, the listener. There's no question of money involved or trying to gain something or receive back from it. All I want is them to hear where I'm coming from and be able to respect what I have to say. So it helps me in many ways. As I said, if you fuck with me, I'll fuck with you, and I'll collaborate with most artists coming up or established. It don't matter to me as long as what they say and what they write is genuine. We as people uncover what people say and try to decipher whether what they say is true or not. And, you know, I like to get to know people on a personal level before I even consider working with them. So, again, all it takes is to reach out to the person and say, or give them their flowers, or they want to collaborate. And then, you fuck with their shit or you don't. And from that point, you will, you won't. It's as simple as that. I believe as an independent artist coming up that there is plenty of opportunities for people to come together and make dope music. But as it stands in the hip hop scene, and other music genres within the UK, people are a bit reluctant to getting to the booth with the next guy because they don't want to get shown up lyrically, or just because that person holds more merit than the other MC. So to me, it don't mean shit, but about you how dope you are, how the way you write is how you are as a person. And if I believe you're genuine and your morals are in the right place, then I'm all for that and I'm happy to collaborate. What you expect from me in the future would be that big things come to those who wait, and patience is a virtue, and many other sayings I could think off the top of my dome. But I believe that I will be someone regarded high up in the hip hop scene amongst their peers, as an MC, as an individual. The way I carry myself and conduct myself to get to that place will all depend on where I am and where I get to. So I truly believe that we can come together as a people. We will help each other elevate. Yeah, yeah, to reach one, to teach one, and know yourself. Who knows, the possibilities are endless, but you got to keep your morals intact and remain true to oneself to be able to truly say where you want to be. But I'd rather not talk and actually do what I say and stay true to myself. I know I'm serious about what I do, and everything I put into my music speaks for itself. So, you know, we will see. Time will tell whether or not I'm gonna be that artist, that MC first, who's regarded as one of the most serious, militant motherfuckers that you've come across up until now. And my confidence keeps growing, and as an artist, I'll keep showing the people what I'm about, and I hope other artists can carry that same energy going forward. And as I said already, man, we can all grow and we can all eat. You know, there's plenty of room, but you know, first and foremost, you got to be able to take yourself seriously for others to do so.